Peter Rabbit. Now, when I went to see the movie Peter Rabbit, I really wasn't expecting much, to be quite honest. In fact, the only reason I went to see Peter Rabbit was because a friend recommended it to me, and since, nothing really came out in February other than Black Panther, I decided to give it a watch. Unless you animated geeks want to recommend me Early Man, to which I will not, because I am not a huge fan of Artman. I think Artman, while they do some good things, I don't really like their work, okay? Don't criticize me for that, okay? It's just my opinion. But anyways, so I went to see Peter Rabbit, and Peter Rabbit was actually kind of decent. Granted, it's not a good movie, but it's not exactly a bad movie either. And I will talk about the good things and the bad things about this movie kind of simultaneously. So, yeah, where do we start? Let's start with the jokes, because this is a comedy. Well, I do like the jokes. The jokes were pretty good, I would say so myself. But one problem is, some of the good jokes kind of get ruined by either A, over-explaining the joke, or B, it gets repeated over and over. This is a similar problem that a lot of people seem to be facing, including the black nerd. And yeah, it was actually kind of a problem. And there were actually some bad jokes, like there was a naked fox. Okay, we're entering inferred territory. Let's keep it PG-13. But yeah, the point I'm trying to make is there are good jokes in the movie. It's just sometimes they get a little bit ruined. And another thing about this movie is the characters. The human characters are actually not one-dimensional, surprisingly. They actually get some sort of character development. Like Mr. McGregor, he really is in love with Bee, but, the rabbits keep fucking him up, and Mr. Gregor wants to kill the rabbits, but at the same time, he doesn't actually want to kill the rabbits because he's doing it for Bee, and, there's actually some character development within the human characters, unlike most generic half-animated movies. But anyways, and the rabbits themselves are actually, now also one-dimensional. Peter Rabbit himself was actually not as annoying as Alvin, to say the least. And there were, the characters were nice, is all I'm saying. Decent, and the human characters were probably my favorite. The animation is actually really well done. Perfect anthropomorphic shit. And yeah, the animation is actually really well done. Sometimes the rabbits can go on all fours, and then they go all anthropomorphic and stand on their hind legs. But yeah, despite all the good things, there were some bad things. Like, the plot is kind of your generic family movie, shit like that. But, okay, here's the but. Peter Rabbit, although it kind of seems like some sort of generic half-animated family movie type of movie, it's actually kind of a decent movie. If this movie ever comes out on Hulu or Netflix, like it probably will, then I recommend watching it, but don't expect anything better. Overall, I rate Peter Rabbit 5 stars out of 10.